Welcome back to AFT Die Season 6. It is round 7. Let's go to the first game. It is Melbourne versus Gold Coast Suns at the MCG. Let's go to the first quarter. First quarter nearly done. We've got Melbourne kicking 6 goals, 6-42 to Gold Coast, 3-5-23. 19 points to Melbourne. Second quarter, Gold Coast, they kicked 5 goals, 4 to Melbourne, 2 goals, 3. And at half time, it is 57 each. It's level at half time. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Melbourne have kicked 6 goals, 1 to Gold Coast, 2 goals, 3. And Melbourne are 94 to Gold Coast, 72. 22 points of difference. Let's go to the last quarter. And in the end, it was very even in the last quarter. Gold Coast won it by 2 points. 5 goals, 5 to Melbourne, 5 goals, 3. And in the end, Melbourne have won by 20 points. Final scores, Melbourne 19-13, 127 to Gold Coast 15-17, 107. All right, let's go to the second game. It is North Melbourne versus Brisbane at the MRVL Stadium. We've got Brisbane kicking 6 goals, 6 to North Melbourne, 4 goals, 5, 29, 13 points to Brisbane. Second quarter, Brisbane have kicked 4 goals, 4 to North Melbourne, 3 goals, 2. And at half time, North Melbourne are down by 21 points. Let's go to the third quarter. North Melbourne kicking 3 goals, 3 to Brisbane, 1 goal, 3. And at three-quarter time, North Melbourne are just down by 9 points. They beat Brisbane by 2 goals in that quarter. Let's go to the final quarter to see who wins. And in the end, it was very even. Brisbane, they won it by 1 point. They kicked 4 goals, 5 to North Melbourne, 4 goals, 4. But in the end, Brisbane have won by 10 points. North Melbourne final scores 14-14, 98 to Brisbane, 15-18, 108. All right, let's go to the third game. It is Hawthorn versus Essendon at MRVL Stadium. Doubleheader at MRVL Stadium. We've got Essendon kicking 5 goals, 2 to Hawthorn, 4 goals, 6 to 2 points the difference at quarter time. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, very even. Hawthorn won it by 2 points. They kicked 6 goals, 3 to Essendon, 6 goals, 1. At half time, it's 69 apiece. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Hawthorn have kicked 3 goals, 5 to Essendon, 2 goals, 3. 8 points the difference to Hawthorn, 92 to 84. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, Essendon have won this game by 17 points. They kicked 5 goals, 2 to Hawthorn, 1 goal, 1 in the last quarter. Hawthorn, final scores 14-15, 99 to Essendon, 18-8, 116. We've had 2 games at half time. It's been level. So very interesting. Let's go to the fourth game. It is Collingwood versus Adelaide Crows at MCG. Adelaide have kicked 2 goals, 4 to Collingwood, 2 goals, 1. Adelaide are up by 3 points. Let's go to this second quarter. Second quarter, Collingwood have kicked 3 goals, 4 to Adelaide, 2 goals, 6. And at half time, Collingwood are up by 1 point, 35 to 34. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Collingwood have come out after halftime, kicking 6 goals, 1 to Adelaide, 1 goal, 1. And at three-quarter time, Collingwood are up by 31 points. Let's go to the last quarter. Last quarter, Collingwood have kicked 4 goals, 5 to Adelaide, 3 goals, 6. But in the end, Collingwood have won by 36 points. Final scores, Collingwood 15-11, 101 to Adelaide Crows, 8-17, 65. All right, let's go to the next game. It is GWS Giants versus Western Bulldogs at Giants Stadium. We've got Western Bulldogs. They kicked 6 goals, 5 to Giants, 5 goals, 3. 8 points the difference to the Bulldogs at quarter time. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Western Bulldogs, they've kicked 6 goals, 3 to GWS, 4 goals, 4. And at half time, Western Bulldogs are up by 19 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Giants have kicked 5 goals, 1 to the Bulldogs, 3 goals, 2. 8 points the difference at three-quarter time. Giants 92 to Western Bulldogs 100. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, we've got the Bulldogs. They won by 8 points. It was 1 goal, 6 apiece in the last quarter. The final scores, GWS 15-14, 104 to Western Bulldogs 16-16, 112. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Sydney versus Richmond at the SCG. We've got Richmond kicking 5 goals, 6 to Sydney, 2 goals, 3. It is 21 points to Richmond at quarter time. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Sydney have kicked 6 goals, 6 to Richmond, 4 goals, 3. And at half time, Richmond are up by 6 points, 63 to 57. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Sydney have kicked 3 goals, 2 to Richmond, 1 goal, 6. And at three-quarter time, Sydney are up by 2 points, 77 to 75. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, Sydney have kicked 2 goals, 1 to Richmond, 1-3, and Sydney have won by 6 points at home. Final scores, Sydney 13-12-90 to Richmond 11-18-84. All right, let's go to the next game. That was the match of the round, so it was a goal, the difference in the end. Let's go to the next game. Is West Coast Eagles versus St Kilda at Optus Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter. And the first quarter, St Kilda have kicked 5 goals, 5 to West Coast, 4 goals, 6. 5 points the difference to St Kilda. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, St Kilda have kicked 6 goals, 3 to West Coast, 5 goals, 5. And at half time, West Coast are down by 9 points, 65 to 74. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, St Kilda have come out. They've kicked 5 goals, 2 to West Coast, 1 goal, 4. Let's go to the last quarter. And in the end, St Kilda have won by 17 points. West Coast won the last quarter. They kicked 3 goals, 4 to St Kilda, 1 goal, 2. But in the end, St Kilda have won this match over at Optus Stadium against West Coast Eagles, the top team. So that puts St Kilda 5 wins on the trot. Final scores for West Coast Eagles 13-19, 97 to St Kilda 17-12, 114. All right, let's go to the next game. Is Port Adelaide versus Geelong at Adelaide Oval. We've got Geelong kicking 3 goals, 5, 23 to Port Adelaide 139. Just 14 points the difference to the Cats. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, the Cats have kicked 6 goals, 3 to Port Adelaide 1-3. And at half time, Port Adelaide are down by 44 points. Geelong 62 to Port Adelaide 18. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, very even. Cats have won it by a point. They kicked 5 goals, 3 to Port Adelaide 5-2. And it's still 45 points the difference. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, Geelong, they kicked 6 goals, 1 to Port Adelaide 1-3. And in the end, Geelong have won by 73 points. Final scores, Port Adelaide 8-11-59 to Geelong, 20 goals, 12, 132. Let's go to the last game of the round. It's Carlton versus Fremantle. Carlton, they've kicked 6 goals, 2, 42 to 6 goals, 6, 42 to Fremantle, 4-3, 27. 15 points to Carlton. Carlton have kicked 6 goals, 5 in that second quarter to Fremantle 2 goals, 2. And at half time, Fremantle are down by 42 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Carlton have kicked 1 goal, 1 to Fremantle 4 goals, 1. And at 3-quarter time, Carlton are up by 24 points. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And Carlton, in the end, have won by 42 points. They kicked 5 goals, 6 to Fremantle, 2 goals, 6. Final scores: Carlton 18-18, 126 to Fremantle 12-12, 84. All right, we've got that concludes round 7. The top 8, we've got Richmond on top. They've taken top spot again, but they've lost the last 2. But West Coast Eagles, they're in second. They lost against Sydney in the match of the round. Then we've got Sydney third, who've won 4 of the last 5. Melbourne, they've won the last 3. They're in the top 4. And then we've got Hawthorn 5th, St Kilda 6th, Geelong 7th, and Carlton 8th. We've got St Kilda, probably the informed side that at the moment winning the last 5 games in a row. So round 8, match of the round is St Kilda versus Sydney Swans at Marvel Stadium. We've got Richmond, the number 1 offense team, and West Coast, the number 1 defense team in the competition for season 6. That's it for round 7. We'll see you next time in round 8, Monday, the 12th of August, 2024.